One of the biggest challenges we face when it comes to engaging each other in virtual meetings is that of actually making it look like we're talking to each other. It's hard. We're not even in the same room. In fact, we could be at opposite ends of the world. So fantastic is the technology that we work with these days that it allows us to have these meetings from opposite ends of the world. But a lot of people are feeling that they're not engaging when they have these virtual meetings. When we meet each other face to face in the real world, we like to look at each other. We like to make eye contact. And that's a popular phrase, eye contact. Well, actually, I prefer to call it eye connection. When we connect with somebody, it's more personal. It's longer lasting. When you contact somebody, it's brief. It's momentary. In fact, I would say that eye contact is transactional, whereas eye connection is much more relational. So how do we do this? How do we create these relationships in virtual meetings? What we want to do, because we like to look at each other's faces when we're in these virtual meetings, is look at the faces of the people on the screen. And that makes complete sense. It's rewarding. It rewards me when I do it. But how does it feel to you when I'm looking at the images of other people on the screen? Do you feel connected with? No. You get a greater sense of connection when I look directly into the camera. And this is what we all have to get better at doing. It's not easy. In fact, it's really uncomfortable. It's just a piece of plastic with electricity running through it. It's not human. But when I do look into the camera and talk to you through the camera, you feel like you're being addressed directly. Well, the good news is that you don't have to do it all the time. Look into the camera and talk to somebody through that lens when you want to engage one other person in that meeting. Or if you're addressing the whole group of people in the meeting, again, talk to the camera. Equally, if somebody's talking to you directly, then look into the camera. Because in that moment, they get a sense of you looking back at them. There's that eye-to-eye connection that we talked about beforehand. So you don't have to do it all the time. You are allowed to be relaxed and look at other things on the screen when it's being shown or when somebody else is talking, by all means. And here's something else for you to try. See if you can make it look like you genuinely want to talk to the other person through how you express yourself. And the best way to practice this is to practice with your mobile phone. Record yourself talking into your mobile phone. It's fascinating. Two things to be aware of. One, when a lot of people take pictures of themselves on their mobile phone, they often look at their own image to see how it looks on the screen, and then they take the picture. And I think you'll agree that when a selfie is taken and the person looks directly into the camera, it looks a lot better. So there's the first thing you can practice it with. And the other thing is to video record yourself on your mobile phone. I know it's uncomfortable for all of us, but just practice what messages you are sending through your eyes at the same time. Because you're talking to a piece of plastic with electricity running through it, a lot of people aren't aware of how they look on their face when they're speaking, and by the way, that makes the voice come across as a bit dull. But you have to imagine that you're talking to somebody else. Let your face express some warmth that's necessary for that relationship to take place. So practice these things. And the good news is, like most things, the more you practice, the easier this will get. So keep practicing, enjoy it, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Thank you.